Josh Sexton for the Anfield Rock, joined by former Anfield Rock contributor Clive Tyldesley. Are you looking forward to the game tonight?
Did I get sacked or did I resign? I can't remember.
I think he was sacked, yeah.
Oh, if you can't look forward to Liverpool versus Real Madrid again, you can't look forward to anything, can you? Do you know, I often think about Paris, and obviously we're thinking about another aspect of Paris this week, and I think there's going to be a demonstration of some kind during the game, quite rightly so. Don't let it go away. But every time I see that damn goal, it looks offside. I know it's not, but I mean that was the margin and the fact that their goalkeeper was man of the match. And I think we attribute a lot of credit to a team that wins a game after the result. I thought Liverpool played really well in Paris.
Did, yeah, Klopp said that in the week.
I think they played well enough to win the game, actually. Yeah. And if you think what a mess City were in when Coutinho scored, and I think it's not just the physical hangover of playing 63 games last season, but it will never happen again. I mean, you can sign Bellingham and whoever you want. They'll never get that close to form. And they were bloody close, weren't they? They took it to the last 15 minutes of the title season and lost to a goal. I think it was offside, wasn't it?
Maybe just slightly. We're expecting a big spectacle tonight, and I think that's one of the interesting questions that Klopp was posed in the week about, I guess, the juxtaposition and atmosphere between Paris and the way that Paris went. But tonight we're expecting, a huge atmosphere, an atmosphere fit for a football game for a start.
Well, it's got to be, because, as an outsider, if you like, we build it up every time. The media talk about almost like, with a religious awe about how special European nights are at Anfield. And I answered the question just last week in an interview and singled out Celtic Park and Anfield of all the atmospheres that I've known. But you've got to live up to it, just like the team have got to live up to the standards they set. The fans have too. You can't take it for granted that players like Benzema are going to be intimidated when they walk out just because you've held your scarves up and saying you'll never walk alone. You've got to stick with the team. And there are a few ifs and buts about this team at the moment, we know that. But the home matches, the home record is still pretty good, and I think it is a credit to the way that so far the fans have stuck with this.
Are you expecting a traditional Liverpool European performance tonight then?
Well, I'm not sure what to expect. As I say, I think the last two performances have looked like Liverpool, but I think there have been ifs and buts about nearly everybody bar by Chedic, who definitely deserves to keep his place in the team. But I think, it conceded too many chances from set pieces against 10 men last weekend. Tarkovsky's header had gone in. Goodness only knows, how the atmosphere would have felt. So they've had a couple of breaks in these last two games, and maybe they haven't had a couple of breaks in the past. The substitute bench looks a lot stronger. So got to keep it going. I mean, Palace are in a bad spell. So good result tonight, good result the weekend, and then you've got a proper run. Liverpool have won 3 games in a row once this season. Haven't kept 3 clean sheets in a row yet this season. That's got to change tonight.
And obviously everybody knows the famous Clive Tyldesley prep at this stage. You've been selling the commentary charts for games like these. What do you make of Real Madrid going into this one as well?
Well, interesting. We've just heard Toni Kroos has flown out.
Right.
So Kroos was ruled out yesterday. Gastroenteritis. God, I've been in hospital for a week with gastroenteritis. But I'd be very surprised if he starts. But he's here. That midfield's interesting. They've obviously lost Casemiro. They've now lost Tchouaméni, who is ill. So it looks like Ceballos, Camavinga in the centre, and Modric, which is not Kroos, Casemiro, and Modric. I'm not sure that's Camavinga's best role. So Henderson and Fabinho looked fired up again. They looked like they'd had a week in the sun and come back. They'd had a few minutes on the substitutes bench, and I think it's done them good. And if Jordan can set the tempo and set the bar high tonight, and they can get at them. Still a little concerned defensively, I must admit, but the goalkeeper's the best in the world at the moment, so he might have to make a couple of big saves tonight. But if he can, then I see no reason why they can't win the first leg.
Any predictions for the game?
I don't do predictions. As long as I get it right at the end of the game, I don't get sacked.
As long as you get it right throughout.
They don't pay me any more for getting it right at the start.
Well, no, thank you very much to Clive.
Enjoy the night.
Up the Reds. Stanley the Anfield Rock app.
Cheers, John.
What a fella.